Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We're George and Martha.
Martha doesn't like my haircut.
Today, we'll be recapping The Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 14, Episode 5, Liar, Liar, Friendships on Fire. Okay, so before we get into the show, we need to do a little business. And it was brought to our attention that a lot of viewers were upset, thinking that there's a possibility that Kelly was sexually assaulted in this whole train thing. That possibility didn't even occur to us because it seemed clear from the show that the rumor was that she did that voluntarily. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I don't think this would have gotten out this way had she been sexually assaulted. I don't, as awful as some of these women are, I don't think that they would have brought it up like this.
My perspective on this is that this is one of the more scripted franchises of The Real Housewives, and to me it's an obvious plot device to just move things along. I think it's very low and misogynistic. Whether it's true, in which case they're all slut-shaming Kelly, which wouldn't be nice, and her daughter's dragged into that, or, it's not true, and they're just using this, and I don't know. The whole thing to me is very ugly. Like, even by Bravo standards, we've heard accusations before. You do drugs, you cheated on your husband. This is really, it's starting to get in the gutter.
It's pretty awful.
Gee, we need a storyline. How about Kelly got banged by 8 guys? I mean, that's... So, just to clear it up, we would never make a joke if we thought that she had been sexually assaulted. And if she was, that's horrible. And like a lot of women, it's happened to me. And George is friends with a lot of women that's happened to, and we don't find that funny at all. And if that's the case, the way this has been handled is disgusting, but I don't think so.
No.
I think it's probably all made up for a storyline, ultimately.
It's entertainment.
And that's
vulgar. It is pretty vulgar.
It's terrible. It's so low. It's really low.
Yeah.
I just think it's bullshit, frankly. But whatever, if people do that voluntarily and they have fun, have at it. If that happened to you and it wasn't voluntary.
I just learned what voyeurism is.
Really?
I didn't know. I thought it was like a Star Trek thing. Because I think I told you about my friend who ties people up. It's like a thing that they do. And I was thinking it would be really funny if he did it to us, tied us together. And then he goes to sex parties. And he just stands there and he ties people up. And I said, oh my God, can I come and watch you? And he goes, yeah, voyeurism is welcome. And I said, okay, I'm not a voyeur. I am an audience member.
Okay. Well, look, I don't judge people. And we've had a few comments from people saying, oh, I grew up in the 70s and there was wild shit going on. It's true. Wild things happen. That's the other thing we meant to say, is that we have lived very colorful lives. You're talking about 2 people who have been in the psych ward, who have been to rehab.
Florida, Boca.
We both are in AA in recovery, and we're New York City-based actors. You meet people from all walks of life, you hear it all, and you see it all. And there's nothing that shocks us. So our initial reaction to the train thing was oh, that's pretty vanilla.
I know. Try living with 3 cats.
I just didn't take it so seriously because I think that a lot of the stuff on this show is complete bullshit.
Somebody did say that we're problematic. They deleted the comment, unfortunately, but it was honestly one of the nicest things anybody's ever said.
Well, I was going to get to that because I wanted to say thank you to Jill Informed yet again. To everyone who's come over because of her amazing shout out.
She is phenomenal.
We love her and she's a gem. And if you're coming to our channel from her, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
We hope that you're not too traumatized because we are a little X-rated. And yes, somebody did come over from Jill's channel. And
do we know that for sure?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, by and large, the people that have come over have been really nice. That's why I'm saying welcome and thank you because I'm really happy. But there was one person who was like, okay, you guys are really... I think it was problematic. Disgusting.
17 minutes she watched, which is a long time.
Oh, I don't know that it's a she. All I know is that it was one person. But I wanted to say...
You're supposed to say they.
I wanted to say thank you because we are problematic and disgusting, and that's why you watch our show.
And we're honored that we have people who watch us.
We really are. There was another one too. What was it? Ridiculous, has been, or no, wannabes.
Who was that? Was that a different one? Oh, that's right. Pathetic.
Right.
Desperate and I mean, that's us.
Yeah. Pathetic wannabes. Yeah.
We're Jill-informed wannabes.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
Captain Obvious.
Yeah.
Pathetic, ridiculous wannabes.
I know.
I mean, we basically say that in every video.
We say that when we're not even filming.
All the time. We're always like, there's something wrong with us.
There's something so wrong.
But that's that. So we're going to get into the show.
Oh my God, Martha, see, we're touching. We start off with a few inches in between.
I know, we get closer and closer. Pathetic.
We're like feral children who rock themselves to sleep at night. Was that disgusting?
No, I just think it's very telling that we always do this. It's really sad. And now, time for the recap.
So after the lunch...
Shannon Beador has had enough of this hostility at the table.
We're going to have fun.
We're gonna laugh now. So she puts everybody in visors, Hawaiian t-shirts, a disposable waterproof camera.
Yeah. I wonder how hard it was to get those waterproof cameras.
I would have been really annoyed with her. I'm such a party pooper.
Well, see, the thing is, she's like, let's have fun. And I immediately had a flashback to the summer that I had a Hawaiian shirt addiction. And I just had like a closet full of Hawaiian shirts. And they were so ugly. And some of the shirts the women are wearing look like the shirts that I actually may have had, like the same exact shirts. But they're like making fun of it and everything. And I thought, oh my God, how embarrassing. I think it was also the summer I wore cargo shorts anyhow.
I think you.
Oh, and a wallet with a chain. You know, like you know what I'm talking about. You put the wallet, and then the chain swoops in and then clicks to the front.
Needless to say, this was before I knew George, because it wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't let you be caught
Oh my
dead.
God, Martha, please! Let's just move on. It's really sad. I was having a flashback. You know when you like cringe, like you look back at your life and I shouldn't have said that.
I do that every time I open my mouth.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're having fun. They get on a tour bus, and then, Bronwyn's in trouble.
They stop for shots.
That's when shit goes awry.
down.
Because Tamra is like, what's with you contacting Lizzie and Gretchen? And Bronwyn's like, what? I didn't, Is my eye twitching? I'm not, what? I didn't no. What are you talking about? And then outside, they're getting into it, and Shannon is not happy about this at all. Because Shannon feels like she's been really welcoming to Bronwyn, told her that she really liked her.
Yeah.
Like she took to her really quickly, and now she's like, ooh, uh-oh. Now, Bronwyn doesn't know that Emily has copies of her text messages, and Bronwyn did, in fact, reach out to Lizzie and Gretchen, and it was like, actually, the messages that they showed, I don't remember exactly what they say, but they're a little manipulative.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Absolutely.
So Bronwyn gets confronted. She's like, okay, show the text messages, because I just don't remember. They show the text messages, and she's like, okay, I lied. Like, not on purpose.
Accidentally.
And Tamara's like, you lied on accident? So then she gets up, walks away crying.
In the Hawaiian shirt.
I found it hard to feel bad for her. And there's a random tourist who's just sitting there, and they show her for a second like, okay.
This has been my dream since I was a little girl to come to Los Angeles and go on a tour bus. And now these crazy women are just ruining it for me.
I hate LA so much. And seeing it does not bring back good memories.
Yeah, a lot of balls.
Among a lot of other weird things. God. And I know some of you said you want to hear my stories, but I'm a little worried about lawsuits.
Yeah. Oh,
However,
she's got some good shit.
Oh, I do. In the words of the great Rita Moreno, like, what do I think of the Me Too movement? It's about fucking time. But anyway, Bronwyn runs away crying. And Tamra is the one who runs and comforts her. I can't see you crying. I can't.
That's not just not me. It's not my personality. So I want to flashback. They had a flashback of Lizzie and Gretchen talking about Eddie being gay. There's a fucking bug in here. Eddie being gay with one of Gretchen's old friends who is a gay man. They had a falling out, and this was never really discussed. They had a falling out because Tamra didn't invite him to her baptism because she found Jesus a few seasons back and she had a big baptism. And I'm wondering if it's because the guy's just a fucking asshole or if it has something to do with her new found love of Christ. That's been in my mind ever since I found out she didn't invite him to the baptism. I'm sure if you did like some online research, maybe found something on social media, you would know the truth. Because the guy, got really offended and decided, I guess, to make Tamra's life a living hell. And that's where the whole Eddie is gay thing came into play.
Well, that's why she's explaining to Bronwyn that she's so upset that she would reach out to these people after what they've done to her.
Yeah.
So she's consoling Bronwyn, and Bronwyn is so obviously regressing to her child behavior, lying to get out of trouble, and then crying to get out of trouble.
Yes.
So she thinks she's out of the woods with Tamra, and then Emily gets off the bus.
I gotta go meet my husband.
That was weird. I'm just gonna get off here, as though they're not filming on a tour bus. I'm just gonna get off here.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Shane's coming home.
Can't wait.
Hope the bar exam went well. He probably failed again, and I'm gonna have to deal with his tiny little fragile ego. Oh no. So she gets off, and Bronwyn comes and sits next to Gina, and she's like, I got called out. And then Shannon starts.
It kind of bothered me that Shannon started. I mean, I understand. I don't know. It's just like, let it go.
I guess Shannon feels betrayed, which I would too, because it's hard for Shannon to open up to the new people on the show. And then this time she did open up really quickly, and now look what happens. Like, Bronwyn turned out to be a snake in the grass. They're all mad at her for telling Kelly what was being said about her. And I have to say, that to me, I mean, I think she did it to stir the pot. And they're like, that was really sneaky. Why would she do that? Because that's part of the job criteria for this show. Like, gee, what does it entail to be on the Real Housewives?
Yeah.
You stir the shit. But they're all mad. I was kind of thinking, okay, that didn't do her in for me. This, though, I was like, okay, now this is some sneaky shit. And I don't buy that she forgot that she reached out to them. And she thinks she can get out of trouble, so she lied, she cried, and then she's like, I'm owning it. I lied.
No, but then she even digs herself deeper by saying, I didn't know what your history was. Oh, really, bitch? You didn't watch the show? You didn't study the show before you went on? Right? Obviously, she did. I didn't know what your history with Gretchen and Lizzie were. What? Do you think she didn't watch the show?
I think I'm going to have to start putting like a segment. George gets fired up.
I know.
Like Janine Pirro.
But you never know. Fired up.
I never know when it's coming.
Yeah, but I don't either, so it's hard to put. We can't plan it.
It really makes me laugh when you
I don't know what it is, what triggers me. Like bullshit?
Maybe it's that.
I don't like having I don't like having,
You get very upset sometimes. Yeah, you're right. It's the manipulation. Because you grew up with people like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't like it either. And that's what I think she's doing. So it's like she thinks she can get out of trouble by saying, I owned it. And Shannon goes, that's not genuine. You got caught. We had the text.
You know what? Shannon did the right thing.
She's right. It's not genuine. Yeah. You didn't own it. You didn't cop to it when you were asked about it. You had to be confronted with the proof. And then to get out of trouble, I really want you to like me. Cry me a river. I'm not buying it. I mean, I feel like in that situation, I hate to see people cry too, and I would feel bad.
I think that's why my initial thought was I wish Shanna didn't say anything, but that's her being, manipulative, trying to pull at their little heart.
I would probably console her, but then say, don't be full of shit. You don't need to cry, okay? Nobody died here, but don't be full of shit and don't do it again. And she feels ganged up on, clearly.
I didn't know.
I'm so innocent. I just lied like a child.
I like it. It sounded like Michael Jackson. Blanket.
We're not even going to touch Michael
No,
Jackson.
no, that would be problematic.
I feel like that's Bronwyn's alter ego. Like, Bronwyn goes into the mom mode. I'm a mom.
I'm a tough mom. I'm a mama bear.
I got 90 kids and I'm a 10. And, you know, and then her on the inside, she's like, oh, no. Tito, I wasn't. Oh, no. Look, Bronwyn, to me,
is
shared
Michael Jackson.
That quality of, like, there's, like, a childlike way. And it's not necessarily a good thing.
She goes to Neverland.
She wishes that's what she did. She's created Neverland.
Yeah, and all her children are the Lost Boys.
Oh. And her mother is Captain Hook.
Her mother.
We're going to get to that. Ugh. Anyway, back to the show, darling.
Back to the show, Martha.
Okay, so we have this quick scene in the car with Shannon and Gina's having a breakdown. And there's not much to tell. We know what happened to Gina. She doesn't want to talk about everything right now, but Shannon is like, will you talk to me? Will you talk to me? And she's like, yeah. And then we get a really... I got the warm and fuzzies from this scene with Emily and Shane.
Oh, I'm so glad to see them back together.
After they were away from each other for 10 days.
They're so in love.
I got choked up a little, actually.
Yeah. It's just so inspiring. It's like the all-American love story, really.
It was like one of those scenes where, like, they're saying goodbye at the airport or something, and then they'd, like, the other one turns around and they run back.
Yeah, in the rain.
It was just like Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yes. Yeah.
Come sit by me. I've missed you. So, okay. Do you want to talk to me about how the bar exam was?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Okay, well, I missed you.
Isn't it time for you to clean up and cook me some dinner?
Are you gonna clean up and cook?
No, I was talking to you.
Oh, right. Our daughter said that, we didn't have a lot of help the last few days.
Oh, so now you realize what I contribute to this marriage?
Did you think about me at all?
Yeah.
Can we just, talk at all?
No, but you can watch me eat.
I can watch you eat. I mean, was that romantic or what? Tale as old as time. When Shane comes in and goes, ready to clean up and cook, I was just thinking how I would react if my husband said that to me.
After 10 days.
10 days, was ready to clean up and cook. I'd be like, you ready to go fuck yourself? Are you kidding me? I
don't even know what to say.
You know what, Shane? You are horrible.
You really are.
This is not a case of, it's bad editing. You can see that Emily is in distress all the time. She tried to be supportive. She tries to show physical affection. It's like, the languages of love?
Oh, yeah.
She's doing all of them.
You know when she tried to kiss him? He turned away. He kind of reminds me of, a little boy.
He doesn't remind me of a little boy. He reminds me of a piece of shit. I couldn't... Now I'm the one getting fired up. But that really, really made me fucking mad.
He's terrible. I don't even... There's nothing really to say. That says it all. That scene just says it all.
I have a lot to say.
Really?
First of all, Emily is a beautiful woman. And with, love languages, she's trying everything. Physical affection, acts of service.
Yeah.
Gift giving, all those things. All those things.
Asking him about his life.
Words of affirmation, all those things. He gives 0. You can watch me eat. Well, you know what, Shane? How about you suck my dick?
And then what about that confessional?
You fucking asshole. First of all, Emily is so beautiful in my opinion. I really think, wouldn't you agree she's very pretty?
She is.
He's got this thinning, horrible hair. He looks like one of those shitty velociraptors from Jurassic Park 3 where they have
He
like
looks
3 little
stoned
hairs.
out of his mind. Doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks like he's on meth. Crystal meth. He looks like he was not fucking taking the bar exam. He looks like he was making crystal meth with Walter White somewhere.
He's like a poor man's version of Walter White, though, I'm sure.
No, he's no Walter White. He's not even Jesse.
No.
He's like somebody that buys from them.
Yeah.
There's something seriously wrong with this guy. I don't care. And I hear that Shane and his sister watch these channels, and I was very happy for our friend Jill Informed because Shane's sister commented and said, "Thank you for your objectivity." Well, I have news for you. I am not objective, okay? I don't have a problem with Shane's sister, but Shane's sister, your brother,
is an asshole.
Is a total dick.
That confessional, though. What the fuck was that?
I know. So
Did you
smug.
miss them? Did you miss them?
And he's like, oh.
That's where the sarcasm kicks in. Or do you think you're funny?
Yeah, he's like, look.
I don't cry myself to sleep at night.
I know I'm going to see them, so.
That's what I think, like not a little boy, but like a teenager. There's like, he's stunted.
Yes, in that way. Not little boy. I see like a 16-year-old who hates his mom.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Like, he comes home from school and mom's like, I missed you. How was your day?
Oh, shut up.
I want to go play fucking Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Wow. Leave me alone. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Shane is horrible. This had me so incensed. Every line. Even the way she said, come sit next to me, moves the dog, and he intentionally sits in another spot away from her.
What the fuck was that? I don't understand how someone could act that way.
Because he's a manipulator. You know what it is? He knows he's a fucked up, selfish asshole, and he knows that he did something wrong, so he's acting even worse. Instead of coming home and admitting, like, I know this must have been really hard for you. Thank you for being patient with me. He's like, I'm doubling down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah? You missed me? And then the little girl. He's like, so how was it? You know, whatever. And she's like, we didn't have a lot of help. He's like, shows what I contribute. Emily.
Leave him. Leave him. Leave him. Get the fuck out. There, and she pretty much says it, though. But she says, it's not easy, but come on. It's not easy, but it's done.
I know. I feel bad because it's so hard. It's so hard. She's trying to keep her marriage together because she has children. And
yeah, but it's done.
I feel really bad for her.
And she pretty much acknowledged it. Did she not? What did she say?
She said we can't communicate. Like, what do we have? I just want Emily to know, if Emily ever watches these things, like, everybody supports you. You are a really good mom. You're really smart. You're really pretty. And you don't deserve to be treated like that. You really don't.
I'm excited for the Vegas trip.
Yeah. That whole...
Oh, yeah. He won't be going to that. He's horrible.
I can't imagine. I can't. Something's very wrong, and something's going to come out about him. There's missing information.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I don't know what he's up to. I don't know.
Maybe he's like a Joe Judice.
I don't know that he's like... Because a lot of people are like, oh, he's cheating on her. I don't know if that's what
like
it is.
Something like business related,
he's
money
doing
related.
Something weird. There's something going on that I think maybe Emily isn't privy to yet. But there's something off. And the way he treats her is disgusting. And I make no bones about saying it.
No. My mouth is just sort of open when I watch it.
Me too. Because I can't even... How dare you?
And I thought Shannon's husband was pretty aloof, but this takes the cake.
And I don't want to hear, oh, it's a cultural thing.
No,
He's
it's not.
Mormon. No.
It has nothing to do with that.
You can be a very religious, traditional, old school person and have love and respect for your wife.
He's young, too. It's not like he's fucking 60, 70, 80. He's young.
I'm stewing.
Here we go with Rainbow fucking Deb. Medicine woman. Evil.
This is now 2 back-to-back scenes.
Of horrible people.
Like...
She's horrible.
Personality disorder express.
First of all, I'll have the same drink as she's having. I'll have the same food as she's having. That's kind of weird. Is it not?
I'll have what she's having. And then they bring the drinks. Oh, would you take that plastic straw back?
Yeah. I'm trying to save the environment.
Right.
Where they'll throw it in the fucking garbage.
That's what's going to happen. But I won't put that to my lips.
I'm triggered.
I'm very triggered, and I was thinking that Deb reminds me of a Jessica Lange character.
I would love to see Jessica Lange as Deb.
So Bronwyn starts getting into how they passed that bar that brought back a lot of memories for her. And
the old RHOC days.
Well, because Bronwyn's trying to get to how, that was traumatic for her. And Deb, right away is like, oh, the good old days.
Yeah,
the rock band days.
That's her Jessica.
And then, oh my God, she's like, oh, you were so cute. You were 4 years old at the bar with your whiskey bottle.
I remember my mother saying things like that. Like, oh, it was so cute when like really disturbing stories. It was so cute. It was so funny.
Yeah, and Bronwyn's like, look, I was shuffled around a lot as a child. Because she's telling Deb what happened with the ladies and how she lied and why she lied and how she got called out for it. And Deb is like, why did you lie? She's like, well, because I want them to like me. And she's like, those sound like very good friends. That's what you need. The uncomfortable truth.
Yeah.
The uncomfortable truth, Rainbow Deb?
Well, so then she says, open up. Be honest with me. So then Bronwyn opens up and is honest, and Rainbow Deb shuts her down at every opportunity she has.
Everything is invalidating. Every single point.
And then she wraps it up with, but you're so inspirational. That's a typical...
No, they get into how she's like, listen, like you shuffled me around to all these different people. She's like, to your grandparents. It's still different school, different friends. Of course that'll fuck you up.
And what does it say to you when you're a kid and your mom's like leaving you with, different people?
Oh my God.
It doesn't matter if it's your grandparents,
It doesn't matter who it is, right? I mean, and Bronwyn says she was always more involved with herself than she was with being a mom. Oh my God.
She is awful.
Then she's like, I was a 4-year-old latchkey kid. I had the key around my neck and I'd let myself in
That's sad.
the house. Alone.
That's so sad.
And then they give Deb a talking head.
Horrible. Evil.
Well, Bronwyn has some hostility toward me over some perceived shuffling around that I did. But, well, I don't think she had it so bad. I mean, look at refugee camps. Bronwyn had it just fine.
And that's her cop-out. That's her... She can't take responsibility for being a poor parent.
I mean, Bronwyn even says, this is why I had so many children.
Yep.
And she tells her, she's like, I've spent a lot of years being a good mom, and now I want to be Bronwyn. Her mom really fucked her up.
Fucked her up big time.
But I don't understand why she lets Deb anywhere near her children.
I know.
I would cut Deb off.
Deb was babysitting.
After all that, after hearing that conversation, like you this, you that, invalidate, I'd be like, you know what? I don't want to talk to you. If you're not going to... She's telling Bronwyn, be accountable for your lies. Be accountable. Your friends are good. You need to hear the truth. And then she doesn't say anything about the way she brought up Bronwyn. Not once is she like, well, maybe that was tough.
No.
No.
Just apologize for something. Even if you don't mean it, just say, oh, I'm sorry.
No, I know. It's like saying, Mommy, why did you make me drink bleach as a child? Well, it gave you white teeth.
Yeah. It wasn't my fault.
It was adorable.
Yeah, it was funny.
Not only is it...
that was funny. That was a funny memory.
It's not only is it not a bad thing or even a neutral thing, it's adorable. Mommy, what about the time you locked me in the closet? Oh, that was hysterical.
Or the worst is when your mom or your dad denies something ever happened.
Yeah.
That's the most damaging. That never happened.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
No. Oh, I know. I wouldn't either.
My parents copped to everything.
Oh yeah, mine too.
I've never had an issue like that.
No, no.
I've always been totally validated.
I guess a ghost pushed me down the stairs on my 9th birthday.
And it was so cute.
It was so cute. You were crying. You were like, Mommy, there's a ghost that pushed me down the stairs.
You went tumbling down like Jack and Jill.
Oh, that was such a cute memory.
Gee, such a cutie pie. Unbelievable. You know, it kind of inspires me to be a mom just because, and I'm sure you felt like this too, where you're like, you want to prove that you could be a much better parent.
I thought of that, yeah.
And that's Bronwyn. She wanted to prove
7 times.
How fucked up do you have to be?
And so she obviously doesn't know who her father is, I assume.
Yeah, we don't hear that. A rock band.
How cute. How nice. Say that.
As who?
As Betty Davis.
How nice for you. I'm going to look up Deb's old music.
Ugh. No, please don't. I don't want to hear it.
I kind of do, just to see like what she, because she really
I'm sure
thinks
it was
highly
really
of herself.
bad. I'm sure it was like about like toilet paper. Like toilet paper in the breeze. Toilet paper in the trees.
But I thought it was a rock band.
I don't know. I don't know. It could have. Okay, she goes, toilet paper in the breeze. Isn't that rock?
You're really scaring me today, George.
Isn't that rock?
Yeah.
We saw pictures of ourselves 2 years ago.
Life and time have been very unkind. But you know what, George? We're not in refugee camps.
Oh.
You know, when has comparing you to like I hate, and there are many people in my life who do this, where they make the standard so low so that whatever you're going through makes you sound like an asshole for being upset about it, even though it's
rude.
Even though it's perfectly valid, like you're grieving or something happened.
First world problems.
No matter what you say, it's like, well, you're not a starving child in Africa.
Yeah, you're not on the streets.
That's the standard. As long as that's not you, you should be happy. And yes, it's not good to be self-pitying and dwell.
But it's the other person. It's the other person just shutting you down. The other person can't even be there for you. You know what I mean? You're trying to like open up. You need something, and they're like, well, at least you're not like on the street starving.
Yeah, I mean, you should be grateful.
I know you're problematic.
You should really be grateful.
Yeah.
George, you don't have an attitude of gratitude. You have a lot to be thankful for. I don't know what you're in such a mood over.
Fuck you, Martha.
We validate each other a lot, I feel.
Oh no, we're good. I think we're good.
We balance each other out, because there's times where I'll like text him and be like, look, we have a lot of privileges, so let's try to think of
No,
the
but
good.
I think... But we make those kinds of... I mean,
we do both. We like keep each other in check,
but say
like not to go off the deep end.
If I'm angry or something, you're not gonna... Well, we have a lot of privileges.
No, I never do that.
No,
I'll just
we're able to read each other.
Like validate, right? If he's upset about something, if I'm upset about something, we both validate each other, and we both rein each other in. I feel like if one is going off the deep end.
I think so. Like,
how
Martha,
many times have I told you I'm like, oh, I want to die?
I'm like, Martha, you're fucking stop.
Yeah, he'll always be like, Martha, you're bigger
crazy.
than your problems right now.
I know. It's true though.
What you doing?
Raisinets, Martha.
Well, finally, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Kelly's scene with Dr. Reagan, compared with the rest of what we've seen this episode, was the most normal thing.
Yeah, he's just so gross, though.
It was very scripted. I could tell that they rehearsed it.
Aw. Did you hear him do the aw at one point?
Yeah, they go to a restaurant, and it's like, hello, we have an 8-carrot soup. And she's like, eat carrots, like me. He's like, eat carrots like you. And then you could tell that they talked about how to handle this on camera. She's like, so There's this vicious rumor that's being spread about me about a train, and he's like a sex thing.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, a choo-choo train.
Yeah, I know.
She's like, I mean, I was married since I'm 25, and he's like, right, and then. What, you dated for years? When would you?
When would you have time?
Who's got time for that? I mean,
right? I don't
darling,
have time.
you barely have time to brush your teeth.
I know. You're so innocent.
Oh my! Just here's what you do. Here's Dr. Reagan's sage advice.
Ooh.
You tell your daughter it's all nonsense, and you make a joke out of it. Look, I think this guy is such a
creep.
That's it. That's the word. A creep. We're trying not to curse too much now because we got a few comments from people. Nice ones,
and we appreciate them. But we're gonna do our best. But
you really don't care. I do care.
I do care to an extent, but I don't know if I'm capable of it.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna say. There's no way we're gonna stop cursing. So I'm sorry, but we really are gonna try to.
Reel it in.
It's just that, New Yorkers, right? I mean, you guys who are not from New York, you've seen the movies, but that's really how people talk.
But I'm not a New Yorker.
But you've been living in New York for a while.
I've been around you for a while.
Exactly. You spend all your time with me. And actors curse a lot.
Yeah.
Big time cursing. I just, I will try. I really will make an effort because I know there's a lot of people who are like, could you please? It's been really sweet comments like, oh, you guys are great. Could you just try not to?
We're sorry about the cursing.
And boy, you guys, you're making my mother so happy. She told me not to curse so much on this.
Yeah, fuck her. I'm kidding.
Yep. Oh, God.
See, I can't help myself.
I know. I can't help it either.
I'm sorry.
No, right before we started, we like pause and then we film again. And I was like, oh, we're going to talk about this fucking train thing again?
It didn't even occur to me that she swore.
It's really bad. I say the F word a lot. A lot.
I wonder at what word I say the most is probably the F word. Yeah, it is. Fuck you. I say that a lot. Even when I'm alone, I'm just walking around like, fuck you, fuck you. See, here we go. I'm sorry. It's not going to work. You know what? I'm sorry. Just love me for
who I am. Well, I can't speak for George. I'm going to really try.
I'm going to as well. We'll try and hold each other accountable.
That's right. Maybe we need one of those cursing jars.
I like that, Martha. But nobody carries cash anymore.
Yeah, I'll have to Venmo you every time I say the F word.
Like 50 cents.
We're going to be in the red very quickly.
I know. Martha, I was overdrawn because of you. You made me... Martha, you kept making me Venmo you money, and I'm overdrawn like $300.
And then while you're telling me that, you curse.
What the fuck? Oh.
Yeah. We have a lot of bad habits that we need to take care of.
If you only knew.
We riff a lot. Sometimes when we're in public,
we play different people.
We pretend to be bizarre. Like,
but
sometimes
we don't know that we're doing it. We just go into it.
It always comes down to this. In public, we pretend that we have this really abusive relationship to the horror of the people around us.
I'm not the abusive one.
Yeah, sometimes it varies.
Okay.
Sure.
See, she's abusing me right now.
We just, we'll be walking up and down the aisles of the local pharmacy, calling each other names.
Pushing each other. The new neighbors, the guys who live on the 3rd floor.
Oh my God. This was awful. And I hope...
She went into Barb the Builder.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to curse to tell the story. But, yeah, there were
new
guys... They had
just moved in.
They assumed we were a couple.
And, yeah, and we were outside, and they both came home like within a 5-minute period, they're roommates, and they introduced themselves to us,
And George here was speaking completely normally. How are you?
How are you?
And this guy was telling us how
he has allergies.
He's got really bad food allergies. And I was putting on a very heavy New York accent and doing basically the Barb the Builder character. And so the guy's like, yeah, like, I'm allergic to cooked things. And I was like, so what the fuck do you eat? And then he said he's allergic to tree nuts. I was like, all right, wait a minute. What's a fucking tree nut?
Oh, and then
he said he ordered food from
the shady lady.
The shady. I was like, yeah, it sounds like my fucking mother. And we kept this up totally straight, and to this day, that's how they think I speak.
I'm just shocked that I kept a straight face. It's gotten so normal that I'm.
There was a period of time where we were ordering Domino's frequently.
And we'd get in fights at the door.
I would act like I was his drunk wife. And I would hit on the delivery man. Every time I go, well, hello, you want to come on in? And he'd be like, you shut the fuck up now.
I get like really violent.
Yeah,
and I pushed you once, and the delivery guy was like, whoa, 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 hey.
And then you slam the door in his face.
This is such a sad state of affairs.
And we can't even really tell you the half of it. That's the thing. We'd be shut down from YouTube if we did.
We would absolutely.
We have this fantasy about. Actually, we have a lot of fantasies. My latest one is that George and I train to be Olympic figure skaters.
Couples.
Yeah.
We do like the couples thing.
Right, and we would do like a really good job in the beginning.
Through.
And then he would drop me, and then we get into a brawl on the ice. Like
blood everywhere.
Break each other's noses, start coming after each other with the ice skates, and then I'll like march over to the judges and demand that my score be kept separate from his. This is what we find funny. This is why somebody commented that we're problematic and disgusting, because who thinks about stuff like this? Oh, I know what we should do. We have to do this one day. Go.
What?
Look at your face. Go shark diving.
Oh, yeah.
In a cage, like Elizabeth Taylor.
Did she do that?
Yeah. When she was, like, really sick and old. That reminds me, speaking of Elizabeth Taylor.
Joan. It's the anniversary of Joan's death.
A moment of silence. Please. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of Saint Joan.
Amen.
Saint Joan died today. Today's September 4th. And the world has been a lot less funny ever since. It's true.
I can rarely look at clips of her. If I come across clips of her, I can't. It makes me too upset.
I was watching her, an old clip of her on Watch What Happens Live, and Andy said, what was your greatest career moment? And she said, it hasn't happened yet.
She wasn't ready to go.
No, but I have to say, if anybody would have found the way she died funny, it was her.
Oh, absolutely. A selfie?
Yeah, I'm there, going blue. Oh no, Miss Rivers, come back. That's how I went. I go through Edgar's suicide costs and blacklisting me for this.
A selfie?
A selfie killed me. Thank you, Steve Jobs, you asshole. I gotta say, some of you leave these amazing comments, and I wish I could get to them all, but last night I was up at 3:30 in the morning, and we have a viewer named Joanna Wig. Hi, Joanna. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. This comment had me rolling because she pointed out the way Bethany would have handled the whole train thing, and she basically said something like, Bethany would be like, mention it all. And she would trademark a train as being when you have a bunch of skinny girl margaritas in a row. I thought it was so funny. And because it's true.
Yeah.
And we were thinking about how all the ladies in the franchises would handle the train thing. By far, New York would handle it the best.
So do Ramona.
Okay, Ramona would be like, yeah, I do a train because that's what the millenniums do. And I'm young and hip, okay? Sorry. I got a really hot body. I mean, I look good. You're just really, I think you're really jealous. Yeah, 8 guys wanted me at the same time. It was impressive. And I have very high self-esteem. I don't know why anybody would judge me for having really hot sex. Okay.
Do, Luann.
Okay, Luann would be like, first of all, Luann would initially be like, don't be all uncool. But then she'd work it into her cabaret, and you know how she has that song One Day at a Time now? She would be like, 8 men at a time. Keep it cool and you'll be fine. Feeling sore after.
Tinsley.
Or no, she would be like, use some lube and you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's it.
Tinsley would just be like, okay, I don't even know what a train is. I have an idea. And okay, I tried it when I was married to Topper. And right now I'm just focused on Bambi and Scott. I don't even care about this train thing. And then, see, I think, let's say they accuse Tinsley of it. Dorinda would be the ringleader who keeps bringing it up.
Yeah.
Dorinda would be like, I don't know, Tinsley, I heard you took 25 guys at the same time at Columbia University. She'd be like, Dorinda, that's ridiculous. Whatever. And Dale would be like, Tinsley, I'm proud of you. I hope they have money. Yeah. Dorinda, let's say, like, who would accuse her? Ramona would be like, you know what, Dorinda? Okay, you're very judgmental for somebody who took 8 guys at the same time.
On a train.
Yeah. I know what that is, okay? You took the train. You took the Amtrak. You know what that means? It's what the millennials call it when you take on 9 or 10 or maybe 17 guys at a time.
And that's you.
It's you. It's what you did. Okay? It's not a rumor. I know people who did it with you. And you do coke. She'd be like, you better back that shit up, Ramona. You back that shit up. Okay? I can't even handle John Medestian. I'm too busy calling me a madam. The only madam I deal with is Madam Paulette.
Clip.
Important. Trade, friend of the family. Friend of the family. And yes, of course, Bethany would be like, mention it all. Yeah, right. Just, absolutely. Yeah, I took no, it wasn't 8 guys. No, it was actually 56.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, absolutely. I do that every single day. Yeah, and I film it. Right. Just like I have a sex tape. Yeah. My daughter Bryn knows all about it. Yeah. Just tell my husband Jason. You can bring it up in court. Yeah. Let's just tell the judge. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I had sex with 8,000 guys this morning.
On a train.
Yeah. I just call me Thomas the Train Engine.
Yeah.
Okay? Choo choo.
I think that's what Joanna wrote. Something like that, right?
I think that's what I responded to her. Something along those lines. But Joanna's comment, yours was the best. Are we forgetting anybody? Oh, Sonia. Sonia would absolutely cop to it and be giggling.
Yeah.
And be talking about how that's how she broke the sink in her townhouse.
Yeah.
She'd be like, yeah, it was with Harry Dubin and Tom, and it was at the Regency. Oh, no. Okay, look, I drink a lot and I black out. It might have been the time that I broke the sink in the townhouse. I don't know. Who cares, Luann?
Okay, can we do a bonus? Barb the Builder.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Barb the Builder. Barb the Builder.
She'd brag.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I did a fucking train. Absolutely. I'm the Long Island fucking Railroad over here. You know what? And the Metro North. I'm Grand Central and Penn Station.
Boys, girls.
You know what? 8 men? No. It was 10 guys. And you know what else? It was 32 women. And I loved it. And I was fucking sober. I'm the conductor. Anyway, we just had to take a moment to acknowledge Joanna Wigg.
Thank you, Joanna.
Thank you. You brought a smile to my sad, sad face. So Shannon, Bronwyn, and Tamra are taking a hip-hop class, and George, the eagle-eyed viewer that he is, noticed something. So Shannon Bedore walks in going, yo, yo!
And the receptionist
gives
behind her back.
the look of death. She's like
Loved
disgusted.
it.
That was
Loved
funny.
it.
And then we cut to Gina and Emily getting pedicures together, and
I felt like Emily was kind of protecting Shane in the beginning. He was tired.
yeah, I mean, Emily's going through the stages of grief type thing. For sure. I mean, it's hard. They all do that.
No, I know.
Whenever the housewives' marriages fall apart in the beginning, they try to protect it. Remember Ramona and Mario? Andy, shut it down now.
Yeah.
They all do that. I understand. But Gina, they bring out champagne. She's like, yeah, I think I drank enough last night for everybody. And I'm driving. And, like, I'm never, ever, ever going to have, like, a drink and a drive ever again.
I really hope
I certainly hope so. But, you know, they get into how Emily's having a really hard time. And it's about Shane. And then Gina, I mean, I don't think she's narcissistic. I think she's saying this so that she can make Emily aware of how much Shane is affecting her.
Yeah.
Because Emily's like her big sister. And so she's like, I'm supposed to be the one with the problems. And like, where's my daily check-ins from you? She's like, I know, I haven't been doing that. And I always do. And she's like, well, it's a good thing I'm friends with Shannon now. And Emily's like, yeah, I guess it's better to be friends than enemies. A little weird. Now, initially, I thought Emily was jealous. And she might be.
She might be, but it's also weird. And I've noticed with Shannon in the past, she has no boundaries. She just all of a sudden becomes friends with someone. There's no discussion. There's no getting to know you. It's just all of a sudden, bam, we're friends. I know that, you know, in the past, she's had issues with Tamra. She's had issues with, I don't think she's had issues with Vicky. Oh, Heather Dubrow, who's no longer on. And then all of a sudden, they're just friends. There's no discussion about the issues they've had in the past. And this is sort of similar with Gina, although her and Gina are going through something.
It's just, it's moving quickly. And I think Emily, it might be a little bit of jealousy, but I think it's concern. I've been in Emily's position where I've been accused before, because I tend to read people well. And I've had friends of mine befriend someone else, and I could tell this is a bad person. And when I say it, they're like, oh, you don't want me to have other friends. And that's not the case for me at all. But I could just tell when it's a bad person. And I think Emily doesn't think Shannon's a bad person, but I think she thinks the situation is not going to end well. But then we go back to hip-hop. Like you said, it was all about Bronwyn showing off.
Yeah, I don't care.
The scene bored me. The meat and potatoes of it was when they sat down and Tamra and Shannon bring up that Bronwyn line, and she's like, I felt ganged up on. And Tamra's like, really? Really? But then, you know, Shannon is honest, where she's like, I just, you know, I felt like I was making friends with you and now you're not an honest person. Yeah. And then Bronwyn goes into her sob story again about how I don't have coping skills and that's why I lie to run from trouble. And Tamra's like, oh, I never had coping skills either, but I gotta tell you, I don't know. I think Bronwyn, maybe from her mother,
rehearsed.
She learned to be manipulative too as a coping mechanism, and I'm not buying this.
And those are the people in AA.
I would just be like, Bronwyn,
they preach.
I'm sorry for your upbringing. You're an adult. You have 7 children. Would you approve of them acting like this? No. You'd be like, you're in trouble. You don't lie.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't like kill Bronwyn over this. I don't want her head on a platter. I just think that she doesn't really get a pass for saying, oh, it's just that I had a really terrible childhood. I'd be like,
everybody has their issues. That's the thing.
Everybody had a horrible childhood.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody who didn't have a horrible childhood? I don't. I really don't. I know people who had it better than others, but almost everyone I know.
I know people who don't acknowledge that they had a horrible childhood.
But they had one.
They most likely did, yeah. But I won't say anything.
I'm just not buying. Just not. By the way, I forgot to mention, Shannon and Tamra were on Instagram saying they did not intentionally bring up the train thing, and that they thought the mics were off and the cameras were gone, and they had no idea that the cars were recording them. Yeah. Yet again, I'm not buying that. You are reality TV
You've been on this show.
Veterans.
Yeah, exactly.
You know that Bravo's recording your every move, and you know when you're not being recorded. You know when you're not being recorded is the days that you're not filming. If you really, really, really wanted to keep this under wraps.
Yeah, why? You have a fucking mic on you. You know there's a mic on you. You think, you know?
No, they said that those were taken off. They're saying they had their mics taken off and the cameras were gone, but the car was mic'd, and they didn't know that. I think they knew. Or I think, all I'm going to say is maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but they knew what they were doing in general with this whole train thing. At some point, everybody knew that it was getting out.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend there was a concerted effort to make sure this was kept secret for the sake of Kelly and her daughter. Bowl. And you said something about you were taken aback by Tamara saying Shannon was her friend.
Tamara said, Shannon was my first true friend. Because they were talking about how everything's superficial friendships, and Shannon was my first real friend, and I thought that was odd because her and Vicky became very close. I know they've had, their ups and downs, and Vicky's, really fucked her over, and vice versa, but I don't know, I thought that was odd, because, Vicky and Tamara, like them or not, they have amazing chemistry on screen, and I think that their friendship was as genuine as one could be on a reality show. So I don't know. I just thought that was odd that she said Shannon was my first true friend.
Emily has a nice day at the petting zoo with Perry and her kids, and her daughter's really cute.
Her daughter's
That's
very cute.
That's a cute kid.
Her daughter's very cute.
And Emily's doing a thing that I understand, but it infuriates me for her sake because she's blaming herself for Shane's horrible behavior. She's like, I just, we don't communicate well, and I always blow up, and I go to a 10, and I'm like, oh, Emily, you know why you go to a 10 and you blow up? Because he's an asshole. He's an asshole. And then Perry, who we just realized looks like St. Joan Rivers a lot, with the face work and the hairdo.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Her advice is like, Emily says that Perry's always been there for her with her problems with Shane, but I'm like, Emily, that's her son. And at the end of the day, she has her son's interests at heart, not yours. That's just the way it is. Even if she loves you and she's a good mother-in-law, I didn't think her advice was so good. You know what they say? When you want to say something, you go to the bathroom, you flush it like a turd. So you say nothing. You be a good wife to Shane. You keep your mouth shut. No more problems. What's your favorite Joan Rivers joke?
I don't think I can say it.
I was watching old footage of her, and I forgot about all her Elizabeth Taylor jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth Taylor's so fat. She put on a yellow slicker. The kids tried to board her.
Actually, I love her Katharine Hepburn impersonation. Her Katharine Hepburn in an earthquake. And she's like, want to see my Katharine Hepburn impersonation in an earth? And she just walks across the stage. I was having flashbacks again. So we had the Hawaiian shirts, and now we have the guinea pigs. They're having this conversation in a large petting zoo with these guinea pigs running around. I had something similar growing up. I had many guinea pigs, and I would put like the boys and the girls in cages when people weren't paying attention so they'd have babies. And I remember it was the 5th of July, and I remember because the 4th of July was when I found out that my father was fucking my nanny, who was my confidant, very young, and I was furious, and I remember I fell asleep on the couch, and so, Bink, this was the guinea pig, Bink had her babies while I was sleeping, and I woke up, and my nanny was holding them in front of. She's like, look at this. Bink had the babies, and I said, "You put my babies back in their cage, you whore."
You said that?
Yeah, and my grandmother was there.
Doesn't this tell you a lot about us? So Gina's lawyer is an idiot, and this happens all the time. And so Tamara and Shannon are FaceTiming about how Gina missed her court date and there's a warrant out for her arrest. And Tamara's like, why didn't her lawyer friend Emily help her? Which is kind of a good point. But it's because Emily's husband is taking up all her time and attention, and she's overlooking these things. Maybe that'll make her realize that, because she cares about Gina.
Yeah.
She's like, my God, I'm like on the lam. I feel so vulnerable from this like lawyer.
Vulnerable from this person.
Like he told me specifically not to go there to the court, and then he didn't tell me the continuance wasn't approved.
It's nice that her family is there.
They're so supportive of her, and her father has a good point. She's like, this is like the worst thing ever.
It is very traumatizing.
It is, but he's like, but you have so much support, and she does, and money. You know how many innocent people in this country are in trouble
and they're
on
fucked.
total more Venmo from you.
Fuck you.
People are in jail for the stupidest things because they cannot afford a lawyer or bail.
And some people just think they can represent themselves. Like my brother.
I feel bad for Gina, though, because but I think she can get out of trouble because it's not her fault that she has, what's the word I'm looking for? Incompetent counsel.
Yeah.
You have the right to a proper attorney. The guy totally screwed her up. He told her she didn't have to be there.
Yeah.
She's relying on what her lawyer tells her.
I mean, she was with Emily on that day. They were getting their nails done.
She'll be all right, though.
She will.
Yeah, like, I'm on the lam.
I like her.
I do, too. I like Gina very much. Wow, thank Jesus for Shannon, because her lawyer saved me, because the sheriffs were coming to arrest me that day, and the lawyer Shannon gave me, like, he canceled it. So I'm okay. But I'm, like, really traumatized because I was thinking about my kids and, like, having to tell them, like, Mommy's going with the sheriff. Like, Yosemite Sam was going to come take me. Was really scared. I mean, I do feel bad for
I do
Gina.
too.
So she's in a furniture store with Shannon, and they're talking about, finally, you know, what happened. And Gina's like, okay, so Matt had an affair. And she's crying, and Shannon is like, okay, well. She goes into her Marianne Williamson, girlfriend, you are going to be just fine. 1 year from now, you and I were going to be so happy, and we are going to have men who love us. Okay.
And then how did she respond? And hot one.
Yeah, and like really hot, right? I hope so. I certainly hope so.
Apparently her ex-husband is very handsome.
They've been through a lot, both of them. It is horrible. I do feel really, really bad. But, you know, Gina says that, I thought this was interesting. She's like, I felt like some hostility to you because like, you know, when you were like so open with your feelings and I was pretending like my divorce was so happy and like I wish I could be like you, and like you said you were jealous of me for saying my divorce was easy, and so like maybe now is the right time for us to be friends. I love when Gina has epiphanies.
Yeah.
Wow, maybe the meaning of Christmas is about giving to other people. You know what I mean? She has these like moments where you could see the light bulb going on in her brain.
Yeah.
And it could be the smallest thing. I don't know. I've just noticed it. She has this look in her eye where she's like, wow, like I was talking to my therapist and I was like, wait, so like 2 + 2 = 4. Oh my God. Wow, like it was this time that I learned like how to pass first grade math.
Yeah.
Like I've been through a lot and now like I could go back to first grade and finish for my kids. I shouldn't make fun. It's in good spirit. And that's that.
That is that. It looks like next week, the next episode, we'll touch upon Kelly pushing her mother down the stairs, I think.
Throw mama from the train.
Throw mama from the stairs.
So I just saw something on social media. Apparently, some people looked online on the California bar lawyer search thing, like some official site where you can see if someone's a lawyer. And Shane Simpson returns no results. And I haven't heard anybody post or say, like, congratulations, Shane. So I think it's safe to assume dumbass didn't pass the bar. So after all that stuff you put your family through, being a big baby.
I want to know what he was doing. There's something else. There has to be something else going on because I think he was a lawyer. I think he was a practicing lawyer at some point before they moved to California.
Do you know what he looks like? Do you guys know the movie Superstar? You know Superstar.
Yeah.
Remember when Mary Catherine Gallagher is put into special ed?
Mm-hmm.
And there's one guy who pretends to be high all the time?
Mm-hmm.
They're taking attendance. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm here, but like, I don't
I'm
know
not
where
here.
here is,
Yeah.
man, because I'm so wasted, man.
Yeah.
He looks exactly
Yes.
like Shane. The bags under his eyes.
Yes.
I think Shane was in a hotel snorting Adderall, thinking it was going to help him.
Something.
And then he wasn't studying and he was just like addicted to pornography.
I can see like really creepy pornography.
Did you know, I was told that in an area with a very high Mormon population,
Uh-huh.
a hotel reported that
Salt
they
Shake?
had...
Does it rhyme with Salt Shake? Does that rhyme with Salt Lake?
You just sound like your dentures are falling out.
Or Liza Minnelli? Like a really high Liza?
It was in Utah, but it was specifically in a very high Mormon population. And a very popular hotel chain reported that in that region, there is the highest consumption of pornography.
Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind.
And I think that's maybe what Shane was up to.
Yeah, I get that vibe from him.
By the way, has anybody seen the trailer for the Judy Garland biopic?
Oh.
George, cue the gag. My God.
I mean, the play that it was adapted from a play, I think, End of the Rainbow, the play was called, which was great. And there was like a phenomenal actress who was amazing. And so they've adapted it. And it stars Renee Zellweger. I'm not getting my hopes up, but I'm going to go in with an open mind. It's getting good reviews, which surprises me. For some reason, it surprises me.
I'm not interested. I'm not going. I can
Yes,
tell
you
from the
are,
trailer.
Martha.
I'm not paying to see that. I'll wait for it to come out on HBO.
Oh, okay.
No way. All right, guys. We love you, and we're going to put out bonus content real soon because I know some of you are like, George and Martha, where are you? So it's like Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you? We've got some work to do now.
Good night.
Bye.